Hello, and welcome to Foraging and Cooking with Kids. If you are foraging for food in the wild, be 100% sure that you pick the right kind. Use books and apps to make no mistakes. And kids, never eat anything out of the wild without asking your parents. In this week's episode, we talk about rose hips. Rose hips keeps you healthy through the winter. When you take a walk through your park or your wilderness, I'm sure you will find here or there some wild roses. For Wyoming, we find wild roses in our mountains and in our prairie. They're very hardy plants. Mostly, wild roses have flowers with only 5 petals and are 1 inch wide. And you also can identify them on their leaves. Wild roses grow with 3 to 9 leaflets on one single stem. The edges are toothed and the leaf surface is soft. The petals are edible and also used to make rose oil or rose water for beauty products and also for medicine use. We focus in this video on the rose hips though. In fall, those little seed fruits appear where the rose bloomed, called rose hips. They are very high on vitamin C, but also on A, B, D, P, and K. It keeps your immune system up through the winter. It is also good for muscle, joints, and for the digesting system. The seeds contain more vitamin C than the fruits. The high content of omega-3 fat acids in the seeds also reduce the skin moisture loss and can promote wounds healing in acne. The salicylic acid supports the formation of new tissue and regenerates the cells. So the tea is very supportive for your health. In this video, we will show you how to make tea and jam out of those rose hips. The first step is cleaning up the rose hips. We're taking all the little leaves, sticks, and the dried up rose flower from the hip off.
Pull it up.
This is pink. But that was actually pink. Oh!
There are 2 ways what you can do now. You can open the hips and take the little fluff and all the seeds out by hand. That it looks like that. This is the old way how to do it. Today you can use a food mill, what looks like that. And this is what we're using today. We have altogether 4 cups of rose hips. So we're using 1 cup of water and 1 cup of apple juice to fill it up in the pot.
Now apple juice.
2 cups.
1 cup of apple juice. Good job.
Look at that, it's floating.
1 tablespoon of cinnamon. And when it starts simmering, we use 1 cup of sugar. Now we let it simmer for around 20 minutes. After a while it's getting very dry, so I take a little moisture from the bottom, put it in the seeds again, and keep on mealing till all the mush is coming out.
Mama, I got my pencil box. If I could draw this. I got this. I got little blue trucks and they mean Caroline. Look at this.
Yes.
Little blue truck.
Nice.
On the end, you should have a very nice mush and very dry seeds out. We're using 1 teaspoon of pectin for 4 cups of fruit to get a soft gel in the jam. Then we bring it one more time to boil and simmer it for a couple minutes till it's nicely thick. One glass I will use for jam for the bread, but the other glass we will use over the time. I will show you how to make gravy with that as well. For the tea, we also just cleaning all those little berries and we dry them in the sun. If you have a dehydrator, that's fine too. You can keep them in full or you can crush them. You brew them and let them stand for 10 minutes. 1 cup a day will keep you healthy for those hard Wyoming winters. Next week we will talk about hawthorn and how to make syrup and lemonade out of it. Till then, we will see you next week with foraging and cooking with kids.